Details in an officer-involved shooting in West Monroe at a convenience store there. Last night, a West Monroe police officer shot and killed a man in front of the Pick Pack convenience store on North 7th Street. And tonight, people who knew him are talking to us here at KNOE-8 News. Our Jeremy Pierre is live at the convenience store with more. Jeremy?
Well, Jenna, witnesses tell me it all began on side of this store with a homeless man sleeping aside a fence. Then he began banging on a dumpster. He would eventually end up in front of this store where the night would end with him being shot by a West Monroe police officer, and people in this neighborhood just want to know why.
The jacket and a piece of cardboard used as a mat remained in the position a homeless man left it in before being shot by a West Monroe police officer on Thursday night.
This is where he was sleeping at, right here. And
This is his jacket.
that is his jacket.
Chris Tramble says the homeless man's name is Keith Martinez. Keith was at Chris's house minutes before the shooting. Lori Ely also knew Keith and says she doesn't understand why police would shoot him.
I was devastated anyway, no matter who had shot him.
Lori says she always knew Keith to be non-confrontational, even though he drank a lot.
Then when I think about Keith and how harmless he was, yes, he did have an alcohol problem.
The Ouachita Parish Sheriff's Office would not confirm what made the West Monroe police officer pull the trigger. Chris says Keith wasn't a stranger with law enforcement.
He's been arrested over 53 times. The police should know that he never had no weapons on him at all. And he did not possess any weapons. He did not own any weapons because he didn't even have a gun. He didn't have nowhere to live.
Longtime West Monroe resident Ron Dowling says his death is hard to accept.
He was a good person. Everybody knew him. Everybody knew him. Had no weapons, never hurt anybody, never lied, never stole. He'd tell you something, you could take it to the bank.
Chris believes the officer that shot Keith used excessive force.
They know they can handle that man. They've been handling him for over 50. The man been arrested 53 times.
Now, we do know that the officer involved in the shooting has been put on paid administrative leave. Now, that's just a routine for any officer involved in a shooting. The name of the officer is still being withheld pending an investigation from the Ouachita Parish Sheriff's Office. Jenna, I'm live in HD from West Monroe. Jeremy Pierre, KNOE-8 News.